Hi Mi fans, this is Manu here from MI India. On behalf of our entire team, I welcome you to the biggest launch event of the year, and we are calling it Into the Future. Before we start, I sincerely hope all of you guys are safe at this point of time. We are seeing an increasingly high number of COVID-19 cases across the world and also in India, and I request all of you guys to take precaution, wear a mask, maintain social distancing, and do not step out unless absolutely necessary. Last 1 year was extremely tough for all of us and also at Xiaomi India. But we were still working hard to ensure that all our Mi fans can enjoy our amazing products. Let's take a pause and look at what all happened in the last 1 year. When the COVID pandemic started, we did our best to help everyone by donating lakhs of masks to doctors and hospitals, and the entire company and team came together to donate 15 crore rupees. We also realized that 50,000 families are dependent on us, and many of them were worried about their livelihood. Hence, we took a decision that nobody will have to go through a job cut or salary cut because of pandemic. We also saw a massive disruption of global supply chain, and despite this, we managed to add 2 new manufacturing plants for smartphones and a new manufacturing plant for smart TVs in India. We also managed to introduce many new product categories such as Mi notebooks, Mi smartwatch, Mi smart speakers, Mi robo vacuum cleaner, and a lot more. And we did a lot with our team. We announced a special hardship bonus for everyone, and recently we were also rated as a great place to work once again for the 2nd consecutive year. Now, since last year, both our brands Mi and Redmi have been working fairly independently. In the beginning of this year, the Mi brand launched Mi 10i, a product that was designed for India and that has become one of the best-selling phones in 20 to 30k price segment and the best-selling 5G phone in India. And we are here today to launch many more Mi devices. We are not launching 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 flagship products from the Mi brand. And we believe these flagship products are from the future, not only because of certain features that they pack in, but also because all of the considerations that we have put in while developing these products for our Mi fans in India. So let's get started with the most premium phone of the year, presenting the only Superphone, the Mi 11 Ultra. In the smartphone world, there are different categories, and when you look at the latest and the best offerings, they are called as flagships. With the Mi 11 Ultra, we believe we have something that goes beyond flagships, beyond all possible categories under which we classify smartphones. And thus we believe that the Mi 11 Ultra will carve out a whole new category for itself called as the Superphone. Now, all of us have seen cars and supercars, bikes and superbikes, computers and supercomputers, but we haven't seen a superphone yet. So what makes a superphone? Let's start with the first one, the best camera setup on a smartphone ever. Now, professional and digital cameras have come a long way, a true innovation that has changed the course of human race forever. As cameras improved on smartphones, it led to more and more people using smartphone cameras as their primary one, rather than a professional digital DSLR. However, till now, smartphone cameras output was still seen a bit inferior to professional grade cameras. And we have made an honest attempt to change that with the Mi 11 Ultra. We believe that Mi 11 Ultra is the first phone to bridge the gap between smartphones and DSLR. And this is the first phone where you can confidently say that the camera output of a smartphone is comparable to a DSLR. Introducing the world's first triple primary camera setup. The Mi 11 Ultra features 3 primary camera sensors. The 50 megapixel True Pixel custom GM2 sensor, the world's biggest camera sensor, the 48 megapixel ultra wide Sony IMX586, world's biggest field of view, and a 48 megapixel telephoto Sony IMX586 sensor, which gives you 120x zoom, probably one of the world's biggest zoom. This implementation gives you the ability to shoot incredible quality images and videos over a wider focal length range, which is from 12mm to 120mm. It is rare to find a triple camera setup across the world. And if you look at competition, there is nothing which comes even close. Let us take a closer look at each of the three camera sensors. Starting with the first one, the primary camera of Mi 11 Ultra, a 50 megapixel true pixel custom GN2 sensor. In order to design a camera sensor suited to our needs, we spent over 18 months working with a partner, Samsung ISOCELL division, to co-develop this one-of-a-kind camera sensor. The custom GN2 camera sensor is the largest camera sensor ever put on a smartphone. It is a 1 by 1.2 camera sensor, which is equal to 22.7 millimeter. This is the first time that you have a camera sensor which is almost as big as 1 inch on a smartphone. Don't believe us? Take a look. Here we have some of the finest devices in the world which are known for great camera setup. And Mi 11 Ultra trumps all of them. The large sensor is packed with 50 million pixels, and not just any ordinary pixels, but huge 1.4 micron true pixel. And using pixel binning technology, we can also create super pixel of 2.8 micron each. So you get best of both the worlds, big camera sensor as well as big pixel. The large sensor ensures that there is plenty of light coming in even during the harshest of conditions, and big pixel increase the amount of light being captured, thus resulting in some incredibly low light shots and amazing dynamic range. The bigger sensor also allows for a creamier shallow depth of field, which gives you DSLR-like bokeh straight out of your camera. While the GN2 camera sensor brings in plethora of new improved features, some of the improvements are here on your screen. Starting with the first one, the world's first dual pixel pro technology. Cameras make use of phase difference information on different pixels to enable autofocus. While the traditional systems have been good, there are certain limitations which are further improved with an all-new approach to autofocus, and thus introducing the Dual Pixel Pro. Mi 11 Ultra is the world's first phone to come with this Dual Pixel Pro technology. Traditionally, the pixels were divided vertically for autofocus, and this is the first phone where every pixel is divided not only vertically but also diagonally to measure the phase difference not only horizontally but also vertically. This, along with time of flight sensor on the camera module, helps in instant focus across both images and videos. Now let's talk about the Smart ISO. The new sensor can use different HDR methods depending upon the scene or use cases. Smart ISO Pro uses a single capture, but each pixel has two readouts with different conversion gains that the camera instantly combines to create a high dynamic range image in any lighting condition. Third, staggered HDR. The Mi 11 Ultra with GN2 sensor uses staggered HDR mode for scenes with high contrast. In this mode, the sensor captures several frames and then merges them for an optimized result. The 50 megapixel true pixel custom GN2 sensor is further aided with optical image stabilization system for blur-free photos in low lighting conditions and super stabilized videos. The GN2 custom sensor also enables 8K HDR10 and 4K HDR10 plus video recording. We went ahead and tried to compare this camera with some of the other flagship devices on smartphones across the world, and the results are here in front of you. Across all technical assessments, the Mi 11 Ultra comes on the top with some incredible pictures as compared to other flagships. Let's move to the second primary camera on the Mi 11 Ultra. It is a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera sensor with a 128-degree field of view. This is probably one of the highest field of view on any smartphone ever. Making use of this camera, you can now take even wider shots. This is probably the highest field of view on any smartphone ever. You also have the ability to shoot 8K video in ultra-wide mode, leading to some incredibly looking sharp footage. 8K on ultra-wide, all because of our choice of going through this triple primary camera setup. We compared this ultra-wide camera with some of the other flagship devices, and the results are here in front of you. Once again, Mi 11 Ultra has the best ultra-wide camera in the world. The third primary camera on Mi 11 Ultra is a 48 megapixel periscopic 120x telephoto camera with OIS. The telephoto camera is capable of 5x optical zoom, which works beautifully for portrait shots with a very natural bokeh and a unique look. With Mi 11 Ultra, you can achieve a total of 120x zoom, which is probably one of the biggest in the world, and we have also added a moon mode. Similar to the primary camera, even the telephoto camera has optical image stabilization. This comes in really handy for those super zoomed in shots where even the minutest of hand movements get amplified. You also have the ability to now shoot 8K video in the telephoto mode, using which you can cover more ground by not even moving a bit. As you would have noticed with this one-of-the-kind triple primary camera setup, now you can shoot 8K videos across all three lenses, covering an entire focal length range starting from 12mm equivalent to all the way 120mm equivalent. This gives you an incredible flexibility in framing different sequences in your videos, while the triple primary camera setup brings you the ability to shoot 8K across lenses. It also brings you the ability to shoot night mode content across all three lenses. We are looking forward to what all of you would do with this amazing camera setup. While we have revamped the entire internals completely, we have also added a lot of software features that will help you make the most of this incredible camera setup. If you are someone who is learning photography, or if you are someone who is very particular about how you frame your images and videos, we have a feature for all of you. Making use of the multi-cam mode, now you can get an instant view of all your cameras. Once you pick your frame, you can select two cameras and record the scene simultaneously. You can further go ahead and choose to save these files separately on your device. In addition, you can now use two Mi 11 Ultras to shoot the same scene and merge the footage. The Mi 11 Ultra's triple primary camera setup is the finest camera implementation so far, and the DxO ranking validates this claim. I'm super happy to share that Mi 11 Ultra has been ranked the #1 smartphone camera in the world by DxO Mark, meaning it is not only us who believe in the prowess of this camera system, but it has been tested by the best camera review organization that is there in the world, which is DxO. We believe that the Mi 11 Ultra's camera system is truly the best camera system that has ever been built for a smartphone. We also compared Mi 11 Ultra with Sony's point and shoot with a 1-inch sensor, and here are the results. While the two sensors are comparable in size, the results are far off from each other. As you can see through these images, the dynamic range shot on Mi 11 Ultra is way more nuanced as compared to Sony's point and shoot. If you especially look at the night shots, Mi 11 Ultra has better exposure, better details, and more vibrance. It is surprising how good the night shots are on a Mi 11 Ultra. The advancements on the rear cameras have come a long way. These developments are only going to grow further. With Mi 11 Ultra, we are bringing you one more feature, which is my personal favorite. Introducing the viewfinder display. Mi 11 Ultra also comes with a secondary display, a 2.79 centimeter, which is 1.1 inch AMOLED touch display that we have put along the side of a camera module. The implementation of this secondary display is an all original approach that we have built over what we tried with Mi Mix Alpha last year. While the viewfinder display acts as a mirror for taking selfies using the primary camera, it is also loaded with many more features. With the viewfinder display, now you can control music, you can have notifications, you can have an always on display, you can interact through the touch screen, you can display a photo frame, you can take selfies in the ultra wide mode, and you can also record a 15-second Instagram story while holding the volume button.
1, 2, go.
Now let's talk about the super display on the Superphone Mi 11 Ultra. We believe this is the best display ever on any smartphone. It is a 6.81 inch 120Hz WQHD Plus E4 Super AMOLED display. With the Mi 11 Ultra, we are bringing the latest and the best E4 AMOLED panel. E4 panels are way better than the predecessor E3 panel from the previous generation, and now it brings 15% power saving. This panel has a resolution of 1440:3200, which is also termed as WQHD Plus or 2K Plus resolution. Even after it being a 2K Plus display, the display refreshes at 120 Hz and takes input at 480 Hz. The display implements our proprietary 4-step adaptive sync technology, enabling the display to refresh at 4 different refresh rates: 30 Hz, 60 Hz, 90 Hz, and 120 Hz. This is a quad curved display, which is curved on not only the 2 sides but also on the top and the bottom, thus making it probably the most gorgeous display in the world. For the first time, we have a 10-bit colors on the Mi 11 Ultra that now allows us to reproduce up to 1 billion colors on this panel. This is a major step that elevates the entire viewing experience on Mi 11 Ultra. While we have the ability to produce 1 billion colors, we have further extended it, and we are now introducing HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision on this display. I'm happy to share that the display on Mi 11 Ultra has a peak brightness of 1700 nits, which is unheard of in the smartphone industry. Mi 11 Ultra also comes with 360-degree ambient light sensor that helps you tune to just the perfect screen brightness in any lighting condition. This display has also been rated as A+ by DisplayMate, which is not a big surprise. This display packs in so much and is so vivid that DisplayMate has certified this as one of the best displays in the world. In fact, if you compare it with competition devices, other flagship devices, you can easily make out this is the best display available in the smartphone industry. We compared the display of Mi 11 Ultra with other flagship devices, and the results are here on your screen. As you can see, nothing comes even close to the display of Mi 11 Ultra, and I can confidently say this is the best display ever on any smartphone. Keeping in mind the importance of holistic sensory experience while watching content, we worked with the legendary audio maker Harman Kardon to tune the stereo speakers on the Mi 11 Ultra. Crisp, clear audio with the potential of filling the room with a wholesome audio. With this audio system, you will discern the new notes in your favorite old tracks. Mi 11 Ultra also gets you high-res certification for audio. Now let's talk about the performance. When you're building a phone that is unlike of any other smartphone, the choice of processor becomes a clear one. With the Mi 11 Ultra, we wanted to ensure the best of the best experience with respect to performance, and thus we chose the latest and the best which is out there in the market, Qualcomm Snapdragon 888. This is the Qualcomm's latest processor and brings in some serious improvement over the predecessor, especially from the image signal processor perspective. Let us take a look at how the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 on the Mi 11 Ultra compares against the previous generation flagship processors from the last year. The Mi 11 Ultra comes with Qualcomm Spectra 580 ISP that is 35% faster than the previous generation. It also supports up to 2.7 gigapixels per second computer vision ISP. It comes with Qualcomm Adreno 660 GPU that delivers 35% faster graphics rendering. It also comes with Qualcomm Game Quick Touch that increases responsiveness by up to 20%. This combined with 480 Hz of touch sampling is a gaming delight. It comes with Qualcomm Cryo 680 CPU that enables 25% higher performance and incredible power efficiency with the new architecture based on ARM Cortex-X1 technology. The Mi 11 Ultra powered with Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 gives you the best performance and also the best connectivity ever. It gives you newer experiences such as Wi-Fi 6E, which is Wi-Fi extended to the 6 GHz band. It also supports Bluetooth 5.2 stacking, and the 5G on Mi 11 Ultra supports 13 different bands, which is one of the highest number of bands supported on any flagship across the world. So as soon as we have the 5G rolled out here in India, you will be one of the first ones to start using it with your favorite Superphone Mi 11 Ultra. The Mi 11 Ultra powers it all using a huge 5000 mAh battery that can be charged at 67 watt with a wired or a wireless setup. The phone also supports a 10 watt of wireless reverse charging and a 5 watt of wired reverse charging. We are introducing a new technology with the battery by taking learnings from other industries such as EVs. We are introducing silicon oxygen anode on the battery in conjunction with a dual split charge technology that improves the capacity and reduces the charge time. With the Mi 11 Ultra, you can charge your phone from 0 to 100% in just 36 minutes, and you get a day's worth of power under 15 minutes. That's incredible, isn't it? Mi fans, Mi 11 Ultra supports 67 watt of both wired and wireless charging. However, due to some certification issues, the India variant will have a 55 watt charger in the box. Be assured we are working very hard to bring the 67 watt charger to India as soon as possible. The Mi 11 Ultra is probably one of the most gorgeous devices that you will find in the world. In the world of flagships made of glass, we wanted to give you something special, and hence the Mi 11 Ultra bag is made of modern ceramic material, which is one of the most premium and exquisite materials. It not only gives a great feel, but it also makes it very robust. It comes in two different colors, the ceramic white and the ceramic black, inspired by the two most fundamental dualities that we see around us. The simplicity is extended all across our design considerations, and the look on the phone is very minimalistic and gorgeous. The display is protected with the very best from the Corning, the Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. This is one of the first few phones to have Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which makes it a lot more sturdy. It gives 2x protection against scratches and 1.5x protection against the drops as compared to the previous generation. And that makes the experience on Mi 11 Ultra unlike any other flagship. The Mi 11 Ultra is also the first phone from the house of Xiaomi to have an IP68 rating, which is the highest quality standard. This is also a waterproof phone. You can dip it into water up to 1.5 meters, up to 30 minutes, and nothing will happen to your Mi 11 Ultra. So that's the Mi 11 Ultra, the first super phone in the world. Now let's talk about the pricing. In some of the global markets, Mi 11 Ultra has been launched in two different configurations, 8GB RAM and 256GB storage, and 12GB RAM, 256GB storage. But we believe for our India Mi fans, we need to bring the Ultra configuration of Mi 11 Ultra, which is 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. And the Ultra configuration of 12GB, 256GB is being launched at only Rs 69,999. This will be available very soon, and we will be sharing the exact details on our social media channels, so stay tuned. So that was the first device of the day, the Superphone Mi 11 Ultra. Now moving on to the second device for all of you guys. This is a device that I absolutely love, our most premium flagship TV ever, and I think this is a device that can be called as theater of tomorrow. And to talk more about this, let me call on stage my colleague Sudeep Sahu. Over to you, Sudeep.
Thank you, Manu. It's going to take some doing to follow the Mi 11 Ultra, but I think I've got just the right product for the job. So yes, Mi fans, today I'm super excited to talk about a next generation flagship TV from the house of Mi TV. But first, let's take a quick recap of what we have managed to achieve so far. And that's thanks entirely to all of you guys out there. Mi TV has changed the smart TV landscape here in India. And we have made great TV technology accessible to everyone. Now, smart TV penetration has grown from 18% before our entry into the Indian market to over 55% today. And we have been India's #1 smart TV brand for 11 consecutive quarters now. That's almost 3 years, and nearly all the way from our entry back in February 2018. Since then, we have shipped over 6 million TVs. That's right, 60 lakhs unit. And we're equally committed to the Make in India program here in India. 100% of our smart TVs today are locally made in Indian factories. And we are extremely proud to announce that our latest flagship that we're going to talk about today will also be made here in India. In December last year, we launched our 55-inch Mi Qled TV, which was our best TV yet in terms of premium flagship technology. Our media colleagues and all of you Mi fans absolutely love this TV. This is also the best-selling Qled TV on Flipkart. But today, we're taking a giant step further with the TV we are calling the Theatre of Tomorrow, presenting the Mi Qled TV 75. Now, why it is called the Theatre of Tomorrow? Well, we have been listening to our Indian consumers and especially to all of our Mi fans. And we know that you have been looking to get your hands on a TV with the most premium technology, bigger displays, and all-around immersive experience similar to what you find in a cinema hall. This need has now been amplified due to the prevailing situations and a new way of life that we're still adapting to. We know consumers are therefore looking to bring home a large screen, premium sound experience that's coupled with the beautiful immersive visuals to try and recreate the same cinematic experience at home. And since TVs are also a long-term investment, consumers deserve tech today that is ready for the future. We have heard you and considered all of these factors. And so today, we're launching the Mi Qled TV 75. This is our biggest and the most advanced TV yet to recreate the theatre experience right in your living room